quarterbacks that it's facing some adversity. They wanted to feed off the home excitement, and so we talked to our guys about a fast start. I think we certainly had that. Had a really solid first half on both sides of the ball. Just a couple of one drive we give up defensively. I think 3 different times we had guys out of alignment, misaligned, making mistakes, and to me that's a focus. The games you're playing for 3.5 hours. I know 60 minutes. Say 60 minutes. You're out there for 3.5 hours. You got to have a complete focus for that entire 3.5 hours on doing your job on every snap. And we lost that a couple different times during the game in different people. Whether it be misaligned on defense, not rocking off the ball on the offensive line, and missing a couple protections, turnover, shanking a punt, those type of things. That I wasn't real pleased with. But overall, you look at our performance of our team. Again, I think we did a lot of very good things today on top of that. And then, we got a lot of happy guys there, and they're excited about it.
Josh Boyd, after that onside kick, looked like they got some momentum. Big sack for him. What did you see on that play?
It was. We looked at those guys, and they knew. It's kind of been the deal all year that we end up putting. And a lot of times we put ourselves in the position. It's not like the other team jumps on momentum. We shank a punt, gives them momentum. They do a surprise onside kick, and we're right there. I think Jay's right there to catch it. It actually hits their kicker, and then kind of ricochets off of him. It wasn't like, I think he wasn't ready. He was right there to recover the kick. Took a weird bounce, and he misses it. But we needed our defense at that moment. We gave them life. We needed them to step up and make a play, and they certainly did. And then, we got the ball. Our defense made the stops they needed to. All that. Overall, I guess I'm critical, but I think our defense played very, very well throughout the course of the game. Overall, a couple brain farts right in there, so you can put it in your own, of misalignment. But, overall, I thought we played pretty well, and would have liked a couple more scores.
Chad say, the touchdown catch is one thing, but then when you're trying to move the ball and eat some clock up, you're able to get to him.
Overall, third downs, I thought we did pretty good on this one. It seemed like we did pretty good. And that was a big thing where we've been struggling. I don't have the exact numbers what it was, but
10 of 18.
10 of 18. That's pretty good. Third down. Keeps your offense on the field. Also flips field possession, which we didn't give them great field possession much of the day. It's important to do that. And it's great. Chad Bumpus, that was the record-setting catch. Right. So broke the school record for touchdown receptions, which I don't think that takes some pressure off of him, because it's anytime you have that stuff that's out there, you're sometimes thinking about it. You see him a couple times, I think, trying to catch and almost looking to break a tackle. How can I break along one? And then once he got it, I think he'll be a little.
How much does that help? Tyler, when he's getting hit over and over again, he knows that Chad's going to get open for him down the field.
It was big. We got to look at protection wise. We were getting beat a little bit too much in protection wise. It's not going to cut it. Tyler got hit a couple too many times. There's a couple times when it's going to be okay. When he knows he's going to get hit, and you got to hold the ball at the last second and step and deliver and make the throw is big. But there were a couple times he got hit when he shouldn't be getting touched. They weren't bringing pressure. We should be protected and get rid of the ball, and I'll look at that to get some of those things cleaned up.
Going back to Chad, 2 SEC games he's come up pretty big for you. And do you see more confidence with him in these kind of games?
I think our guys, they've played a bunch of ball, and maybe our guys, there's more confidence as a team. There's more confidence, not with Chad, but even him. These guys now know this is it. They expect to make the plays. They played a lot of SEC games. Coming here on the road, anytime you're on the road in this league, it's tough duty. And, and our guys responded and played pretty well and got a pretty good win.
It seemed like Tyler was very, very comfortable today. Like some of the throws he made, especially to Chad, were maybe the second, third, or even fourth reads on a play.
I thought I was laughing at him, today. I said, hey, you missed some throws coming in the locker room right after the game. And he's like, yeah. He goes, I missed some of the easy ones and made the hard ones today. And, that's the good thing. With a guy that's experienced like that, he knows that he's going to be critical, looking at himself and saying, can't miss those easy throws. And, I guess that's what you want out of your quarterback. Instead of almost coach-like, he's looking at there, not like patting himself on the back and all the great throws that he made today. Looking about and say, hey, how can I get better at making these throws?
And Kentucky had no experience in their back secondary, and you've got 4 seniors and a junior quarterback. I mean, it seemed like that was the game.
It certainly helps. I think we threw for a bunch of yards today. We were able to throw, and especially third down. I mean, and once we started getting that confidence, it really gives you time and patience in the run game. Even though they're crowding the line of scrimmage, it gives you a lot of patience in the run game to be able to do that.
Go ahead.
Putting up 3 points right before halftime. You had 50 seconds left. You got the ball back, or get down there and just kind of take the wind out of their sails after they go.
Huge. It was one of those that we're looking at the situation. Our defense came up with a big sack down there. We pinned him in, used the timeout. I'll tell you what, your punter did an unbelievable job today. He was booming those. I don't know what his average was.
He had 3 over 50 yards at least.
I mean, it was booming something. That was another boom. So, I mean, I'm thinking, okay, thought maybe we'll get a little better field position than that. But, I mean, he came up clutch at some big times. But, that was one we're hoping. We felt comfortable at the win. I felt comfortable going probably close to going a 50-yard field goal attempt for Devin right there. We made the plays we needed to make it a much more high percentage kick. But I thought he came out and performed well today. You start to see his confidence starting to grow too in all those situations.
Perkins had another 100-yard game, and that big touchdown run there early. I know we've been writing about all week. Kentucky struggled against those type of plays, those power O type plays.
Yeah.
You guys seem to have that all day.
Yeah, well, I mean, they started to load the box on us a bunch. So when you're out there, there we go. We're balanced. Jim on my radio should talk about it. We're 23 or 39 with 39 running attempts. Pretty good balance. No, I thought Perk ran the ball well. It's great to get him 100 yards. And he had that big one. I thought we might, when they start crowding the line of scrimmage, get one and have a shot at getting another one, a big hit. But give them credit. Their kids played really hard all day long. I mean, that team. Records don't always show everything that's out there. And I think you look at the records of the teams that they've played is pretty darn good. They played hard, and especially facing some adversity. You can see their kids played hard for 4 quarters and made plays, and to me, it's a good thing we started fast. It's 7-7 in the second half.
Did you feel like this? Oh, go ahead, Brad.
That first touchdown that Marcus was he what option was he on that play? Was that the call to roll right and throw it back left?
Oh yeah, that was he's got the option to read it front side, but it's a screen called up, set up screen backside. If they cover it off the front side, he can throw back the screen to the backside. And we had called a sprint out earlier in the drive and saw them really kind of rotate over to the sprint out. We did it again, and just got it. I think Blaine out there had a really nice block. Took out 2 guys with a block and got us into the end zone.
It's a pretty big moment, obviously, for him. Walk on fullback. He didn't get those opportunities.
It's huge. It's huge. I know Hemphill was mad because I saw Greg Knox took Hemphill out and put Adrian in for the play right there. So I mean, be some discussions, I'm sure, in the running back meeting room this week right there. Some animosity going there. Those guys don't get the ball very often, so when one's about to come their way, it's a pretty rough fight to get that.
Another game that you were able to just rush 3 or 4 all day. Didn't have almost very few blitzes and still.
Yeah, well, we did blitz some. They did a nice job picking up our pressures, even when we did blitz. I was good to see. I think we got some pressures today. We got a couple sacks today, which certainly helps. And then a couple times, we lost contain, but and let their quarterback get out. But you know what? I'll take the aggressive mindset of us going out and trying to create some plays. We had 3 sacks, so I like that aggressive play out of our guys.
Did you feel like this game would maybe play out this way, where they've been gashed so much in the running game, and I think we're 13th in the league in rush defense, that sometimes teams come out and just say, look, ego-wise, we're not going to let this. We're enough of this.
We thought they were going to. We came out thinking, they're going to put some guys on line of scrimmage, and and so we wanted to be balanced, and we were able to throw the ball, and I think that really helped us, and it helped the run game throughout the course of the game. Especially at third down, so let us stay, converting on third down a lot. They'll let us keep running the ball some too. So I think that was a big part. We didn't cause a turnover today.
No.
Which that's what happens. I mean, it was good to see our guys because we've lived on a lot of big plays. And you're plus whatever we've been turnover ratio so far in the season that big. That's a stat that can what happens, the problem with a team is what happens when you don't get all those turnovers in a game. What happens when the other team protects the ball or doesn't make those mistakes. You're still going to perform and win the game, and I was happy to see our guys do that today.
No penalties the first half and just 2 for the whole game.
That was good. Like you said, when you go to bye week, you don't always know in a bye week how it's going to play out. Is it good or bad for you? the bye week was good for us. You know, you don't know till after the game, but, you know, sometimes you come out sluggish or sloppy. I think it allowed us to get healthy. And I like the focus we had today in that show. I mean, with the, you know, the one turnover, kid made a heck of a play. Chris got to be tighter with the ball for us, but and then minimal penalties. We didn't hurt ourselves much today. You know, a couple mental mistakes and misalignments and missed blocks, missed tackles, some of those things. But we'll get those fixed.
You got